concept of little brother is a common theme across rivalry games, but there is one where that term has floated predominantly over the landscape of a matchup. When the Paul Bunyan Trophy is up for grabs, there is nothing little when these brothers start battling. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Spartans will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Humphreys. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Michigan's offense will come out first. This game often testier than Michigan's rivalry with Ohio State, and the Wolverines applied a little extra sting winning a close one last year.
They did. You know, it just left a bad taste in everybody's mouth back in East Lansing all year long. They've talked about it. They've had to hear about it. They've listened to the gloating from their in-state rival. They're looking to flip the script today.
And that's what's so fun about rivalries. You get bragging rights, and especially in the same state, so much disdain for each other. It's so awesome. The fans go bananas, and Michigan State's definitely got something to prove.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Creates a little room. Turning it on. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Wolverines just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
This defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans offense has its first opportunity of the day. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Guys, these two have been showing contempt and disdain for each other for more than a century. First meeting back in 1898.
Yeah, and my goodness, you think about all the years, all the plays. You think about Mike Hart a few years ago. What was he talking about? little brother. That stung Michigan State so bad. The hatred for each other is what makes this game so fun to follow every single year.
And I always feel in this game specifically between Michigan and Michigan State, it's the big-time players and the Heisman candidates that have always stepped up and made big plays. So I can't wait to see what the best players in this game are ready to do.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his tight end. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And you could tell if the QB wants to run, he's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And the Spartans decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. So here comes the Michigan offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Going right to work up top. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an axe. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. I'm talking about ranking trophies.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Finds a man on the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Lost to throw again. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on 3rd down. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense. You have to know, 4th down, this quarterback is going to be a threat to run the football. They got a little bit out of position. He makes them pay and gets a fresh set of downs.
He wants to change this route. Quick hitting end around on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a 1st down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Got his man on the right. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The give to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, the QB had the matchup he wanted. He's got his tight end on the slant route. With his catch radius and his frame, that's where you want to go with that one. He puts it right on him, but the big fella just couldn't finish the play.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Breaks into the open. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about and take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out of the shotgun on third down. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Sparty's defensive front is dominating. They have a great history of doing that.
Yeah, getting after the quarterback, man. Getting off the football, getting upfield, being disruptive, being a great defense. There
he goes! And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Looking downfield on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. Makes the catch at the 20. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create some holes. They've gone nowhere. Several drives, no points. They need something to go right for this offense.
Finds the tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Turns it loose deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. On his way back from the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, and let him do the rest.
Well, they got the running back out on a route one-on-one. He's got to do a better job separating, though. Just not a good enough route so that when he caught it, he got tackled right away for a gain of no yards.
On the move. Got the first down. Looking for more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Flips it out in the flat. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play, because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make two in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
Tight end now in motion. He'll try to do it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20.
Green 25.
To the air on 1st down. Rushes on him. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Buying some time. Lets it fly. Intercepted for the 11th time this season.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the ground with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something to do good, build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They'll leave it with him. You just can't go backwards. There he did, and they swarmed him for a safety. And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Look out, he's got room.
The return brings it out to the 34. And the Michigan offense will take over.
So here comes the Michigan offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The offense changing the play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got his man in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Gain of 8. And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds a spot in the middle. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fakes the grab on the left. Turning it on. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line. Just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Humphries. Touchdown, Michigan! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He gets into the end zone to convert, and they'll tack on a couple right before the half.
Man, it's nice to call plays when you call a pass and the quarterback doesn't see anything, and he just takes off and makes you look good and turns it into a run. Nice job on that 2-point conversion.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much to break down from a spirited 1st half between Michigan and Michigan State with the Paul Bunyan Trophy at stake. And the story of this 1st half has undeniably been the play of that kid under center. He's in total control of the offense, making the right decisions and reads, not trying to do too much. There's a reason he gets the NIL deals and all the love on social media. That young man is him, and doesn't that opposing team know it? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Wolverines will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. What could go wrong did in the 1st half, and they start this 3rd quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the 1st half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. If you recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays, this is a time to go out and do it.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th.
When you're QB sneaking as a quarterback, you got to make a decision. You're going right or you're going left, and that's all predetermined based on how the defensive line lines up. That's decision there by the quarterback.
Wants to throw on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Breaks into the open.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
To the air on 2nd down. Got his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. And the Spartans are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Might be looking to run. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Might be calling a hot route. Back to pass on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Got his man on the outside. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Wolverines heading quickly to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. The play action fake. Moves away as he feels pressure. A strike downfield. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, show what's inside your chest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Sparty! That baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. On the run, it's Montgomery. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
That's caught. It's Montgomery. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Give to the running back. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Humphreys. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Humphreys. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Oh, they're after him. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They'll go to the ground. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Working that left side now. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
First and goal, Michigan.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now on the move.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
And you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible, because you know he can make big plays.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. And the Wolverines have this offense rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Humphries. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. It's complete to the left. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cook. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll try the run. Turning it on! Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Surging forward on the sneak. And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and take it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So here comes the Michigan offense. Off play action on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Looking to the big tight end. It's complete. Push down for the tackle. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Humphries. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. And some room to work. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Fires left. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Wants to throw on 1st down. On the move, he fires. Working the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Big guy smells it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Never a doubt. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very...
Breaks into the open. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the receiver was able to make the catch on the slant throw, and then he got north right away. He creased the defense with his speed, picking up extra yardage after catching the slant.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Humphreys. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
He wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. He's got the two-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that two-point conversion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on first down. Hit as he throws. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry, it's Michigan who once again will take home the mighty Paul Bunyan Trophy. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.